Hi, we just finished meeting for intonation practice on June 25th, and we started with making plans with somebody or meetings. What time do you want to meet? What time do you want to meet? What time do you want to meet? And what time is good for you? This could be different depending on if you are asking for the first time or you're replying to somebody. So, if you're asking for the first time, so what time is good for you? And then they say, well, 10's good for me. What time is good for you? Then you might put the emphasis on you. But what time is good for you? What time is good for you? Are you available between 10 and 12 tomorrow? It's a yes no question, so it'll keep going up. Are you available between 10 and 12 tomorrow? Make the two times that you're trying to schedule stand out. If you don't, it might be harder to tell between 10 and 12 tomorrow. Like what? What was that? Between 10 and 12 tomorrow. And beat around the bush is the idiom here. I put it in a sentence. Don't beat around the bush. Just tell me what you want. Don't beat around the bush. Beat around the bush. Just tell me what you want. This can be what you don't have to make any connection, or you can say what you, or you can say whatcha. Just tell me what you want. And break the ice is the idiom. I put it with a sentence. I don't know how to break the ice. I don't know how to break the ice. And cut corners. So to save money, we have to cut corners. To save money, we have to. And this have to changes to have to cut corners. And you won't hear that T, just hold it, cut corners. And now we have some fun movie quotes. Gents, You had gents, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. And I didn't rewrite the whole thing because there weren't many connections. I just rewrote curiosity because that's a little unusual that the CU is like a KY cure. Curiosity. Remember, anything that ends in ITY will sound like a D. Curiosity. And gents. Remember that letter G will sound like the sound J, when it's followed by an I, E, or Y. So this is short for gentlemen, gents. Gents, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. You shoot me in a dream. You better wake up and apologize. You shoot me in. I put an invisible Y here because when you go from a high me to a lower in, it slides down. Me in. Shoot me in. You shoot me in a dream. You better wake up and apologize. Wake up and apologize. That's all connected. This is the link here to the YouTube video for this scene from on the waterfront, and it's starting right when he says these lines, so you can hear how he says it, not just me. You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. You don't under. This will connect. You don't under. You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a connects contender. I could have been somebody instead of all connects instead of a bum, which is connects what I am. There's also like a Y here, what I am. So you don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum, which is what I am. So listen to the video and listen for how long he's stretching those. He's speaking rather slowly, but if you're ever imitating a video, especially on YouTube, see if you can slow down the speed so that you can really hear the stretching of the emphasized words. So I don't tip because society says I have to. I don't tip. Only one T, so you don't hear don't tip. Just don't tip. And this is because by itself we would make a Z, but because the next word is a voiceless S society, I'm going to stop my voicing early and just skip the Z. Because society, because you won't hear a Z, because society says I have to. I don't tip because society says I have to. I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd. I'm trying real hard to be the, I think I said two the first time, but this T will change to a D because it's between two voiced sounds. Hard to be the. I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd. These were from the movie Reservoir Dogs. It's a French word. I'm not saying it French style, I'm saying it American style. Reservoir. So I'm making a V, but I'm also rounding my lips. Voir. Reservoir Dogs. Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy? Or are you gonna bite? Are you gonna? So I put a note here. We're spelling it over here the way that it's spelled when you maybe write it in an email or to your friend. And we don't have any spelling rules to represent spoken English in regular letters. So you'll see it spelled like this, but really it's changing going to into gonna. And it really, remember, it sounds like gonna. It's the schwa both times. And I represent the schwa sound with So that's why I write it like this. Gonna, duh, suh. So every time you see the UH, that's the sound. And that's how I write gonna. So just keep that in mind. When you see this A, it's not gonna, it's gonna. Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy? Or are you gonna bite? Lots of uhs. Okay, now without my chit chat. What time do you want to meet? What time is good for you? Are you available between 10 and 12 tomorrow? Don't beat around the bush, just tell me what you want. I don't know how to break the ice. To save money, we have to cut corners. Gents, you had gents, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. You shoot me in a dream, you better wake up and apologize. You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum, which is what I am. I don't tip because society says I have to. I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd. Reservoir Dogs. Are you going to bark all day, little doggy? Or are you going to bite? Or are ya? Or are you? Let's connect. Or are you going to bite? All right, that was fun. So thanks for the suggestions today, Radu. And I'll be back next week for pronunciation practice and intonation practice. Thanks and have a good day.